Hi, my name is Tara Keffer, and I'm currently a Michigan medical marijuana patient. I have been for about 4 years now. I'm here to discuss my time with Michael and what a great lawyer he is and fighting for justice, because unfortunately the court systems, they, have a one-track thinking mind. So June of 2016, I was pulled over. They pulled me over for thinking I didn't have my seatbelt on, which I did. When they got to my window, they did say that, they smelled marijuana. I told them I have my medical marijuana card. I do have my bowl and a little piece with me. I'm going right down the road. So he proceeded to ask me for my license and stuff. At that time, I did have to tell him that my license had just expired June 1st. On my first court date, I did go in knowing that I had a defense for myself through the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act. The Section 8 defense, justifies that as a patient, even if your card is expired, or in some certain circumstances, you don't even have to have a medical marijuana card to claim this defense for yourself. I went to court knowing that I had a defense for myself, so when I tried to speak with the prosecutor lady, she just wasn't having it. That's when I then took the court-appointed attorney. That way I could at least talk to someone for some advice. But unfortunately, the court-appointed attorneys, they don't really give you the best legal advice either. He wrongfully advised me that I did not have a Section 8 defense because my card was expired. At that time, I did not know exactly if that was true or not. So, I just basically didn't have much time to believe him or not believe him. In the Oakland County court system, you're not allowed to take your phone in, so I was not able to look up any information on my own, prior to that question to make sure, for myself. I basically had to take his word for it. So that's why I went ahead and took the plea, was because he kept telling me that I could not claim this defense or use this defense for myself. So that's why I initially took the plea. But after that is when I found out that that was not true, that no matter what, you can use this defense for yourself, even if your card is expired and even if you do not have one, as long as you can legitimately prove the 3 facts. So that's when I started looking around, and I was able to find Michael and his team to help withdraw my plea for wrongful advice and get my case going in the right direction. So I had found Michael, and thank God I did, because he really went to bat for me. It was pretty unjust of what they were doing. I first spoke with Chad from the law firm, which he was really nice and really helpful. Chad said, let me talk to Michael, and see what we can do for you, because what they're doing isn't right. And they called me up and said that they would take my case, and they went in and tried to withdraw my plea for wrongful information, from the court-appointed attorney. The first court date, Michael tried to withdraw my plea. The prosecutor for Oakland County, she's not that nice of a lady. And she just didn't want to go for anything. Michael went in and withdrew my plea. At that point, they pretty much, wanted to postpone it more. So it took a few court dates before we even really got into any matters. The prosecutor, she was doing everything in her power to try and, basically just get me. She just didn't want to budge with anything. And, honestly, I could see if I would have had a significant amount of marijuana in the car. Could see if I got pulled over for some kind of impairment offense, or, if I had some kind of record. I had letters from my doctor saying that I have no abusive signs of behavior, how medical marijuana has helped me drastically in, my medical issues. And still, she just was out to get me for it, it was a piece this big. She gave Michael a really hard time about, anything that he was trying to do. She tried saying that, wanting the video evidence and stuff like that of, me admitting that I knew my card was expired. Like, her only thing was, oh, I can't claim this defense because my card was expired. Well, if you look it up and you look up the law, that's not how it goes. Basically, I think she knew she just didn't have any other way to prosecute me. Her whole team didn't even want to go forward anymore. So she had to call Michael and, tell him. Michael really went to bat for me. I mean, he argued the points, he stated the facts, although it was tough to get around, because of the mines and just how corrupt the system is. It's all about money. It's what they can get out of you for what they can charge you with. And you're not innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty until you can try to prove you're innocent. And even when you know you're innocent, you don't have half a chance sometimes. Luckily, in my case, he was able to really help me out and prove that this is my medication, and it is justified that you can use a Section 8 defense when your card is expired because it is your medication. Why should you have a possession charge for something that you don't do criminally? And I was so thankful for finding Michael and his team.